Multiple off-duty police officers in different regions of Mexico documented an unusual aerial phenomenon one evening. Their footage appears to show an unexplained object hovering in the night sky, leaving observers perplexed. The incident has joined a growing collection of reported UFO encounters documented this year. The officers' simultaneous recordings from various locations add a notable level of credibility to this sighting. Each recording appears to show the same anomalous object, suggesting this was not an isolated incident or localized phenomenon. This video stems from South America and was uploaded by a concerned person. Apparently, paranormal events are nothing too unusual in this area. But what happened today was new. The person recording noticed the rocking chair in front of their home starting to move. But then there was something more unsettling that was visible in the reflection of the television. They believe that a shadow being from another dimension could have been responsible for this. Is this possible? Are we seeing a shape-shifting manifestation of something that doesn't stem from our world? Who can say? We want to take a look at the haunted store owners, Masha and Luan Luck, who have shared some pretty terrifying shadow encounters over the past years. For whatever reason, there seem to be two evil entities haunting their house that, based on Luan's older videos, are bound to him in particular due to a family curse. Now these beings don't shy away from scaring them on a regular basis. Let's take a look.
No entiendo por qué está ahí, la verdad. Como les digo, escuchamos que nos chistaron y que nos están tocando la puerta y la ventana. Y nos despertamos y la tele está prendida ahí. Ay, mío. Sí. Nadie, no hay nadie. La televisión. Miren, hay unas huellas aquí en la televisión. Los niños no los podían haber agarrado ellos. Pero miren. Ay, Dios mío. Déjenme ir para allá, déjenme ir para acá. Aquí está todo tranquilo, vamos para acá. Se siente una presión muy fuerte. Ay, escucho un ruido acá de este lado, escucho un ruido aquí. En la cocina. A ver, en la cocina. No hay nada aquí, en la sala. No hay nadie. Está prendida la televisión. No inventen. Igual que allá está prendida. ¿Qué es eso? Ay, Dios. Una sombra. Apagaron la luz. Ay, la prendieron la luz. Tranquila. Ahí voy.
After all the strange activity tonight, there's an inexplicable shadow reflection of what appears to be a lady in a dress. It goes without saying that Luan could not explain this phenomenon. However, just a few moments after, he caught something even more sinister without realizing. The creepy face seems to be looking at him when he is roaming his apartment. As mentioned, he did not notice it at the time. His viewers speculate that this could be one of the two demons that was witnessed a year prior in his home. Could this be so? I mean, based on the black hair, they do look pretty similar. What a terrifying thought though, isn't it? Jenna Snow works at the Continental Inn in Edmonton, Alberta, a hotel that sits ominously across from a cemetery containing a huge amount of graves. Given its eerie location, it's no surprise that the hotel has developed a strong reputation for paranormal activity. One early morning, Jenna was manning the front desk when she and her co-worker Tim noticed something unusual on the security feed.
Oh, and it says they hang out, dwell around graveyards. And you know the story on that, right? When Mike hired those two native spiritual people to come here and do their stuff, he said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard. Oh. So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road. Do you really think they, when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
They dug up the bodies and what?
See him?
Yeah. I saw it.
To their astonishment, a faint, ghostly figure seemed to drift through the lobby before settling into a chair, only to vanish moments later.
Hey, Noel! What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Well, because Danny and I caught him earlier when Danny was in the games room locking up. I freaked the fuck out because I saw it. And then I tried to do a video review to record it and it wouldn't let me.
Why is it still there?
Well, because if you read about it, they get caught in a vortex.
Into a chair, only to vanish moments later. Tim, who has worked at the inn for quite some time, wasn't entirely shocked by the sight. He claimed to have seen this mysterious figure multiple times before and speculated that it might be a spirit that wandered over from the nearby cemetery. While Tim's theory is intriguing, the true identity of this spectral visitor remains unknown, leaving both employees and guests to wonder what else might be lurking within the hotel's walls. This was captured by a security officer who was patrolling the San Francisco Armory, and it would appear that something rather eerie unfolded this night.
Oh, no. This is what I'm talking about, dude. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here in this building by myself, bro. By myself.
Was it perhaps a ghost that is still roaming this old armory, or just a little breeze? Based on the officer's account, the doors are heavy and can't just be pushed open like that. So, we can only speculate in the end if this was a ghostly encounter, or something more explainable. Now we want to take a look at TikTok user Rochelle, who's a young girl that in the past has posted several personal videos about her family and in particular her beloved dog. However, all of these videos are gone, except one that remains on her profile. It would appear that Rochelle's sister was over that day. So, while she was recording the dog of her sister, there appears to be a really strange apparition in the background, possibly. And as Rochelle tells us later, some really strange things were happening lately anyways.
I've been trying to do a voiceover for the past hour and just something is like not allowing me to do it. But lately I've been feeling like I'm being watched by someone or something, and my dog has been acting so strange. And today my sister was recording him, trying to get a cute video of him sleeping, and look at what she sees in the background. Guys, I cannot make this up. It's real. We're both scared for a...
And then the video ended. Now, what's going on here? Some people do say that it appears like the spirit of a child that is looking down. Do you agree with them? If that's not the case, what else could it be? And why are there no other videos on her profile anymore? It's very curious for sure. What started as a regular first shift turned into something terrifying for a new security officer. He was assigned to watch over an old retirement home, empty for years, but still needing around-the-clock security. Other guards had warned him about strange things happening during their night shifts, but he shrugged off their stories and started his work. After a while though, things started feeling off, and he decided to record what was happening.
I've only just got in here. This place has been abandoned for years. Oh. Oh. The floor's collapsed in many places. Oh.
The guard began hearing odd noises, followed by a loud crash that made everything feel worse. Not sure what to make of it all, he kept his camera rolling.
What the f? What the f? I just went out. Oh, that scared me. I had a cigarette in here recently. To be fair, the building's full of water.
As he walked down the stairs, something caught on camera went unnoticed. A dark shape lurking in one of the rooms.
Is there somebody back there? Hello? There's someone here. There's someone here. I can hear a voice. Oh my god. I'm hearing so much back. Oh my. What is going on?
The strange sounds kept getting louder, and he became convinced someone else was in the building with him.
Where is that coming from? I'm frozen, I can't move. I need to get out of here now. I need to get out of here now. I need to get... Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Where's the fucking way out?
But when he searched the place, he found no one. Still, he knew something wasn't right about this night. Reports say he handed in his resignation before his shift even ended. No one could blame him after a night like that. The following video was shared by a young man who stated that there have been reports of odd shadow sightings by several of his family members. Sometimes they see somebody standing in the corner of their house when nobody else should be in that room. There also have been reported bangs in the middle of the night that freak the family out ever so often. The house itself is built in a relatively rural area, and in another video, the uploader shows the outside of the house. A bricked fence is guarding the premises, so chances for an intruder in the middle of the night are slim, yet of course not impossible. The night in question, the son alerted his mother because once again, he saw somebody walking around in the morning. Let's see what was going on there.
No, walis ka. Saan ka nang galing? Bumalik ka doon. Hindi ka namin kailangan dito.
Ayan o, ayan o, ayan o. Oh. Oh, bumilis! Alis!
Kung sino ka man, walis ka!
Bumilis, Mami, bumilis. Nagtawag ka nga ng guard. Mami, guard. Hindi lang umalis.
One of the commentators states, if you look closely at the bottom of the shadow, you can literally see that it extends past the bottom of the window frame. So it's somebody walking in the house, not somebody walking outside. Could that be so? What exactly was walking, either outside or inside of the house? The shape itself looks really inhumane, really thin and wispy, wouldn't you agree? Maybe it was just a person walking around after all. It's impossible to say, but it definitely leaves one wondering. The following is a dashcam video, which was recorded by Old Guy Garage, who was on a cruise at night with his new Lamborghini. He came home from a late Cars and Coffee in Murcielago. As the description reads, the roads are apparently always empty at night, and given the fact that there are no sidewalks anyways, there's literally no reason for pedestrians to walk these streets. However, after the man passed by a 200 years old graveyard, he captured something odd. It looks like a lady in a white blazer of some sorts is being caught walking on the side of the road, which of course is a pretty dangerous act. The driver states that when checking for her in his rear mirror, he did not see her after passing her initially, making him believe that we were witnessing a ghostly encounter that was captured on dashcam here. This was also captured by two officers who were driving on a lonely road in Russia. And they noticed a dark creature walking on the right side of the road. Their first instinct? Bigfoot, of course. It had to be. So they exited their car and followed this thing, only to see it disappear into the forest area. But perhaps this was something else entirely. The footage is not the best, so we can only speculate what had transpired here. A few weeks back, we delved into the chilling experiences of Rosanna, a woman whose TikTok account is filled with footage of the unsettling poltergeist activity plaguing her apartment. In an attempt to find some peace, Rosanna left her apartment for 2 weeks, hoping that time away might calm whatever was haunting her. But the moment she returned, things escalated terrifyingly. Shortly after coming back, Rosanna heard a voice, seemingly out of nowhere, calling to her from her daughter's room. As she cautiously approached, the door swung open on its own, as if something unseen was urging her to enter. Once inside, the situation grew even more bizarre. Her boombox suddenly started playing, and the drawers began opening and closing with force. Panicked, Rosanna rushed to turn off the boombox, only to find it was completely powerless, with no batteries inside. As she backed out of the room, the drawers continued to slam open and shut, and the eerie voice returned, repeatedly calling out, "Mom." Is Rosanna dealing with a malevolent spirit, or is there something even darker at work in her home? The strange and frightening events she has captured suggest this haunting is far from over. The following videos were shared by Haley Moore, who ever since sharing these eerie recordings seems to have vanished from the internet completely, uncovered in another video. It becomes apparent that Haley seems to have been building extremely creepy dolls that at night have been recorded moving all on their own. Creepy for sure, but it all escalated when her own kid had to deal with the following encounter. First, one of the toys underneath the bed lit up without any interaction. And then the young girl is seemingly getting grabbed and dragged further underneath the bed. The room has been locked up after that for a few days, until the mother posted this.
So I've been getting a lot of questions. People have been asking me, have you been in the room? Have you guys looked under the bed? No, we haven't. We haven't been in the room in the last 2 days. We've been a little scared. It should not be this scary right now. Oh my god.
As the mother lifts the blanket, we see the doll move, which terrified her so much that she left the apartment for a few days after this. They are still investigating what is going on in her home, and we will keep our eyes open should her profile reappear again, that is. The next clip was uploaded by Q and comes to us from Japan. The premise of this video is quite simple. We see a man taking a tour through a house that seems to be called the House of Mirrors. It does seem quite normal at first. However, as the man makes his way through, there does seem to be an awful lot of mirrors. Creepy. Ghosts and mirrors have been associated with each other for a long time, and for a lot of people, mirrors can give them a serious feeling of unease. They are believed to be portals to other worlds or windows into the afterlife. Could this be why this house is so filled with them? Back to the video. The man is walking around a particularly dark portion of the house. when he peeks into one of the mirrors and we see a door opening behind him. Spooky, right? But by far the creepiest moment is this one. Watch and see for yourself. Something seems to be appearing right behind him. Person perhaps. Impossible, however, since this place was abandoned. Was it an intruder, or did something paranormal unfold here? Extremely scary in my opinion.